Hey there, folks. How you doing? Welcome back to the next episode, which is hopefully going to be the finishing touches for the boat. First, trivia. I'm going to go sports today. Who holds the record for the most Who holds the record for the most interceptions? Anyways, thrown. Most interceptions thrown, not having made an interception. Should have specified that. What quarterback? Anyways, today's mission is threefold and simple. Sand, paint, touch up any blue paint that needs to be done. And once that paint dries, to epoxy any of the blue. I don't have much epoxy left, but I think I have enough to get all my blue stuff done. Gonna get started with sanding. It's boring. I know you don't want to watch it. Okay, so here's an example here of where the inside of the box is going to be blue, the inside of the lid's going to be blue, and I'm going to have the gunnel rails be blue. Pieces below here, they'll be red, and the deck will be red, and I think the red and blue will look nice together. And I'll be painting the base of the chairs again blue. And the transoms. Next up, and my last step for today, sweating on my glasses, is going to be to mix up the remaining epoxy resin I have. Now the problem is I'm 99.9% sure I don't have enough to do everything I just painted. So I'm going to do a process. I'm going to do the back transom, the fuel pump switch, front transom and the lights. Then I'll start working on the gunnels. Oh yeah, this back light too is first. So transom, lights, transom, gunnels, and then lids. But I can wait on the lids for a little while, I think, and the bins until I get more. That's my plan anyways. We'll see what happens. Need gloves. Hey folks, how you doing? So yesterday, I never showed you at the end, but you can see the shininess here. I got the transoms, that part around where the tank's gonna go, the gunnels, that stuff up there. I got that all done. I need to get more resin so I can do the chairs one more time and the insides of the insides of the bins and the bottom of the lid. The only one I got was the battery one got done. Today I am going to run another coat of conditioner on the chairs. That's not very good with the light over there, but I'm going to run another coat of conditioner on the chairs. So I'll put another coat of that conditioner on the chairs and oh yeah, I know what I was going to do. So some of the rubber, this one, there's a little bit right here where it came up. You can see I'm gonna go through and check all of it and see what I need to re-glue down. So let me put the coating on the chairs and then we'll check on the rubber and re-glue that down. Good morning, my fellow Americans. Welcome to the first day of the 250th year of our country. Yes, yesterday was July 4th, 2025, the 249th birthday of the United States of America. So today is the first day of the 250th. So 1 year from now, we are going to have a blowout. Anyways, I have done something to my boat. I like it. I think it gives it an industrial look. Let me show you. I have taken these pieces of PVC and screwed them to the line that was between the boat, the kayak plastic, and the wooden sideboards. I kind of like it. Like I said, I think it gives an industrial look. When they get all painted to match the rest of it, I think it'll look really neat. Working on the last pieces over here. Thought I'd give you a little, I was going to say tutorial, but that's not right. Just a little, something about how I was doing it, what I've been using. So what I've done is I've already cut the piece to fit. I had to shape it a little so it'll fit like this. What I'm going to do is put in 2 quick holes so that I have some place to secure it before I put all the rest of the screws in. Up so that I know what I'm doing. Well, God only knows what I'm doing. So what I've been doing is filling the inside of this curved piece of PVC with some of the leftover copper glue because I didn't need that much to do what I did with the rubber parts that I glued down, but hopefully this will do 2 things, and it's either pure genius or pure folly, but I figure it'll give me a fill back here, and hopefully create, if not a watertight, a water resistant barrier so that the line down here doesn't hopefully get too much in it, if I can help that. And hopefully it should also allow me to get a little glue to help secure this. Now one thing it does do is I put these bolts and screws in to secure the cross pieces. And I thought they were ugly. And they're all sealed up and everything, but I still thought they were ugly. So this basically hides them. And then after I get that filled up, and then the first of my screws, the ones that will help secure it. Then all I simply will go through and drill a bunch of holes and secure this down. And then when I'm done with all this, I'm going to come back and caulk the edges. Time to do some sanding on these side pieces. I call them bolsters. I don't really know what the hell to call them. Just what I'm going to... They're more decoration than anything. But I'm going to sand them and then I will caulk them. I'll just do a little bit of this on camera. I know you don't really want to see all of it. The rest of this will be off camera because I'm pretty sure you don't want to see all of that. Hell, I'm pretty sure you probably didn't want to see that little I just did. But I'm going to sand them all down, try to smooth out, any joints or edges as much as I can. And like I said, make it ready for paint. And, well, of course, caulk. C-A-U-L-K, you dirty-minded people. Well, all I'm going to do now is go along every seam and caulk it. Guess I'll start out showing you guys, but it's not that exciting. And that's one done, folks, and a few to go. And again, I don't think you really need to be watching this. Hello, my fellow boat build enthusiasts. I don't have any trivia today. I haven't thought of anything at the moment. I've got good news and I've got bad news. Bad news is I had to rip apart my port side bow light because it stopped working. The good news is it turns out it was only the bulb and not the wiring as I had thought it might be. But now I've got to get a new bulb. Other than that, I haven't been filming much lately because I've run out of money and even a source of money. And the last few things I need to do all are cash heavy. So I need to come up with some money first before I can move on to anything major on the boat left to do. So who knows when the next episode will come out. So as I promised, I was going to show you that both lights are now working. You can see the green and the red are glowing nice and bright. Morning, folks. How's everyone doing? This is Monday morning. God, I'm not even working at the moment. I hate Mondays. Anyways, first, a little bit of trivia. Fernando Tatis, he did something in baseball that's only ever been done once by him in the same inning. If you know, you know. If you don't, you can look it up, but a little bit of interesting trivia there. So, I needed to add an aerator to the live well. Problem with that is that I didn't build that in the first place. I only found out about it later. So, I took a old pump, tire inflation pump here, and I'm going to take this and somehow not get it attached to the system. But problem is that I want to put this in with the water pump and the valves, but I can't run the wire. I have been fishing around with a coat hanger or whatever I can find, and I can't connect the dots. What I'm going to do is I'm going to router a channel between the unit that has the pumps and the valves to the battery box. Then I'll fill it back in with level. As you can see, the air pump is mounted here. I will be now cutting the groove for the wires. Let's run some wires. This should be more than enough. Okay, I'm going to put some glue down to keep the cord down. Yes. Normally I would use heat shrink on this, but I think the other ones are going to fit, so I'm just going to tape it. Okay, so I've got the motor actually running off the switch in the control panel. Now I just need to get it into the stream of water. Good morning, everyone. How you doing today? So, as I said at the end of yesterday's segment, I'm going to be working on putting the nipple in to get the air into the system. I have a plan. I found a pass-through bolt which was used for a handbrake. This has a hole that passes through it. Anyways, give it a shot, see what happens. I'm not a good videographer, as you didn't get to see any of what I just did, so I'll just show you. That black hose is the air hose that comes to that pass-through bolt, which is now seated into the well input, and very, very highly sealed with silicone and adhesive sealant. I'll have to test it probably tomorrow, but I want to make sure it doesn't leak. Otherwise I gotta figure something else out for leakage, but I will be testing it, and it ain't pretty, but hopefully it'll work. Okay folks, time to find some leveler and mix up some cardboard. Wait a minute, strike that, reverse it. Time to find some cardboard and mix up some floor leveler so I can fill in these patches over here. So I'm going to take care of the main reason here, and then I'm going to look at some cracks and see if there's any cracks I need to fill in or any. So my plan for the rest of today is one, sand, then paint, sand blue stuff, anything on the blue that needs to be sanded, repaint the stuff that needs to be painted, and then when all that dries, I will come back in the afternoon and do the inside of the bins and the gunnels with epoxy. I know you don't really want to watch any of that. Sanding's boring, painting's boring, epoxy's boring. So all that's boring, and I'm sure you don't want to watch it. As I sit here, taking the last sip of my iced coffee, all that needed paint has been painted. Gonna let all that dry. I have an appointment from 3 to 4 today. And when I get back, I'm going to be epoxying. Is that a real word? Epoxying? It doesn't sound right. I'm going to be putting on the epoxy on all the blue. And after that, I get to paint the deck. See you in a few hours. Hey folks, this episode was already over 20 minutes long. I didn't want it to be much longer, so I'm going to end episode 12 here. And remember, like, subscribe, comment, and may all your adventures be safe and fun.